Hello, everybody. I wanted to come on here and talk about something that has been going on with a lot of divine feminines, myself included, to remind people not to panic. A lot of people have been going through ego deaths, tower moments, many breakthroughs or breakdowns, kind of feeling like dark night of the soul because so many divine feminines are healing. I myself, I'm going to admit, because I am not perfect by any means, just because I'm a twin flame coach doesn't mean that I don't go through ego deaths and all that. Something that happened to me ever since about Wednesday last week, I started spiraling, and I have a feeling that has a lot to do with starting my inner child healing. I was talking to her every day since Thursday, or I've been talking to her every day since Thursday. I started the healing on Tuesday. And I think from there, it just did this ripple effect where it's, making me purge, making me release, making me do so much healing within myself. And at first, it was really bad because I started to regress to a place that I haven't been to in a very, very long time. It reminded me of like the beginning stages of the journey, and I was going a little crazy. And normally I can check myself really quickly. Like the last few months, I've been able to handle certain situations, not letting ego take over, but it had to happen that way for a reason. I had to let my ego take over and take control so that I could understand why it's happening, and I had to get to the root of the problem. So all weekend, not all weekend, mostly yesterday, Sunday, it was like death and rebirth. I did not feel like myself at all. I haven't felt like myself for a few days, but I had to go through this stage in my life where I was shedding more of myself, shedding more of my old self, shedding more of my ego, having some realizations. It was really heavy. It was really heavy to the point where I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I knew that there was a purpose. I knew that there was a reason for it. When we go through these ego deaths and we go through this spiraling and we go through the questioning and ego takes over, this is why it's so important to meditate and process your feelings, process these emotions, and talk to yourself. A big thing that came up for me was that even though I'm always saying, don't seek out answers outside of yourselves, I was going to my friends for guidance instead of trusting myself and using my own intuition and needing like their validation to confirm what I'm feeling, etc. And that's not okay. I had this big realization and breakthrough that I can't depend on other people, that I have to listen to myself, because this is what I preach, right? This is what I preach. And normally this is what I do. However, it was becoming a little too much. And even though it was so heavy and I wish like some of the things that I experienced did not happen, I know that I would not be where I am today in this moment without those breakthroughs. Because like I've said many times before, when we have breakdowns, we have breakthroughs. So do not give up when you are going through it. Do not feel like your life is over. Do not feel like it is the end of the world when you suddenly feel, what am I going to do with my life? Why is this happening to me? Nothing is happening to you. It is happening for you. Everything in life is a lesson. Everything in life teaches us something, okay? Everything. So no matter how hard it is, trust that there is always a reason for this hardship, for this difficult time in your life. There's always a reason for it, and you're going to get out of it much stronger. I feel so much stronger than ever today, okay? And I know that sounds crazy. Like, how can you just you're upset one day and fine the next? Because I process my feelings. I journal, I talk to my inner child, I talk to my inner teen, I ask them questions, and I started listening to my intuition. I started listening to my guides, I started listening to myself, and I heard the answers loud and clear. And this is why I say we have the answers within. And it was a really good reality check for me to not depend on my friends for answers. So I know many divine feminines are going through a lot of breakthroughs. I've had followers and clients that have been doing inner child healing on their own, and they also had major realizations lately, and they've come out of it so much stronger, and They're just working on themselves and they're healing and they're feeling so good. And I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of my divine feminines. This is just confirmation that we are rising together as a collective, okay? I'm here with you, right? I may be, like a voice. I may be telling you guys what's going on, but I'm doing it with you, okay? We are all in this together. And this is why I feel that the more of us are doing these things, like the more we are ascending, the more that, that whole vision that I had many months ago about the lions coming. And we don't need to worry about timelines when it's happening. But this is why I feel, and I've always felt like many unions will be happening collectively. Again, I don't want to put expectations, right? We shouldn't expect when anything is going to happen. And it shouldn't be about when union is coming, because we have to have that union within first. And right now, union is like at the far back of my mind, because I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on how it can help you guys. I'm focusing on, just helping the collective and helping myself. Like, what can I do to be the best for you guys and for myself? And I think many divine feminines are really feeling empowered because of all these breakthroughs that they're having. And it's exciting. It's exciting times. And then there's way more telepathy happening. I mentioned that last week, that we were going to be having more, but I'm experiencing it more. My friends are experiencing it. People that are not really as awakened, they're noticing it. So it's just an incredible time to be alive right now, guys. And I just wanted to come on here to remind you guys, don't worry when shit hits the fan. Deaths and rebirths are part of the process. And when you are going through it, I know it feels so heavy, but trust me, I was going through it this weekend. It was really, really bad. Me telling the story, you probably wouldn't believe that I was going through hell yesterday, but I really was. But I didn't allow myself to stay there. I had to process it. I don't want to stay in this funk. I'm going to process it. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to ask my higher self why this is happening. I'm going to ask my inner teen, my inner child, what can I do? Where did this come from? Where does it stem from, right? The need for XYZ. And show me, and let's rewrite it, or let's work on it. Let's learn different techniques that we can work on ourselves. This is how we heal, guys. It's everything combined, right? Your breath work, self-love practices, knowing your self-worth, connecting with your inner child, knowing your purpose, or connecting with yourself, knowing who you are, right? It's all about coming back to self. This journey is all about coming to self, loving yourself, working on yourself as much as you can. And you know what? We're never healed. So don't ever think oh, I'm healed, so no, you're just going to get more of an ego check if you keep saying that you are healed. Nobody is ever healed. I don't like hearing people say that. We are always healing. We are growing and evolving, but we are always healing. Yes, we've healed many parts of ourselves, and that's wonderful, but you are never going to be fully healed, because we are constantly growing and evolving. So I hope this message is well received for you guys. Much love.